Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about Trevor Philips in GTA 6. We'll actually hear from his voice actor and motion capture artist, Stephen Ogg, on what he thinks about that and what he knows about the next Grand Theft Auto title. We'll also be debunking some Project America's hints and clues that people have been looking at in GTA 5, and Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two Interactive, is in some big trouble. We'll be discussing that and a whole lot more. All right, so let's begin with Stephen Ogg actually talking about his role as Trevor in Grand Theft Auto, specifically if Trevor will be in Grand Theft Auto 6. So Stephen Ogg did an exclusive interview with the media outlet Looper, where he opened up about what he thinks about the franchise, his feelings about his role as Trevor, and what he knows about the next installment of the game. And I won't be spoiling the entire post. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. Stephen even compares himself to Luke Skywalker, which is really cool. So I definitely recommend you checking that out. But on the subject of GTA 6, Looper said this. However, just because Ogg contributed to the success of GTA 5 doesn't mean he knows anything about the next installment of the video game franchise. In a direct quote, he said, "I don't know blank," he says, "actors are the last to know anything. You want to know anything about production? Well, maybe not a motion capture. Go talk to hair and makeup or the special effects team, because they have to budget the entire season. I spoke at the Vancouver Acting School or Film School, and they asked, what's your advice for young actors? And I said, the first day, be friends with hair and makeup, because that's how you're going to know where your character's going and what you're doing, because they know everything." And this is actually something that Stephen Ogg has echoed in previous interviews. We actually covered one about a week or two ago where Stephen did another interview with the media outlet Inverse, talking about his brand new role in the show Snowpiercer. But they also went in detail about the massive GTA 6 release date rumor that he sparked back in 2019. If you guys are interested in that interview and that video I did, I'll also leave a link to that in the description so you can check it out for yourself. But basically what he says is actors are the last people to know anything. And this also echoes what a lot of the actors that worked on Red Dead Redemption 2 said. Guys like Rob Wiedoff and Roger Clark. They said that, in the early days of the game, they didn't really know they were piecing together Red Dead Redemption 2, but obviously as the story progressed, as they learned more about their characters, they sort of put two and two together. But from the very beginning, they really didn't know. And so you can assume that for the characters and actors working on GTA 6, that's probably the same thing. If it's early enough into development, they probably don't know it's for the next Grand Theft Auto game. Now, the article goes on to say, still, Ogg speculates that his character Trevor probably won't be back, though he can't say anything with complete confidence considering he hasn't kept up with the Grand Theft Auto series. So he goes on to say, I didn't follow the video games, I don't know what they do, so I'm still not in that world. I have no idea. I don't think they bring characters back ever. They all seem to be one-offs. So even Stephen Ogg doesn't believe that his character, Trevor Philips, will be featured in Grand Theft Auto 6. And there's a couple of reasons why this is probably going to be the case. Number one is the ending of GTA 5. You got to choose between 3 different endings, and spoiler alert, one of those endings has Trevor ended up dying. So you'd have some part of the Grand Theft Auto fan base that would be like, why is Trevor back? I killed him off in my version of the game. And the second thing is, yeah, it's pretty rare for Rockstar to bring back a protagonist. I mean, we saw that very briefly in GTA 5 with characters like Johnny Klebitz, where they literally appeared in one mission before getting killed, and funny enough, by Trevor himself. Now, we do see a bunch of main characters returning, but protagonists are a whole different story. So, yeah, it wouldn't really be surprising if Rockstar wanted to say, Trevor, you were the star of GTA 5, no need to get you super involved in the next Grand Theft Auto, unless it's for like a cameo, of course, or something like that. So again, I will leave a link to that article in the description. There's a lot more that they talk about that I think is really, really fun. So go ahead and check that out. It's on the website Looper. They did a really good job, and Stephen Ogg is such an interesting person, so he always has like the best interviews and whatnot. But that is his thoughts and opinions on Trevor Philips being in the next Grand Theft Auto game. Now, the next thing that has a lot of people interested is something actually in Grand Theft Auto 5. And we've talked about this before, how in prior GTA games, there have been very vague hints and clues as to what might be coming next in the Grand Theft Auto series. And Rockstar fans have found, or at least they believe they found, a hint in GTA 5 that proves Project Americas, which is supposed to be the code name for GTA 6, is real. So as you guys know, GTA 5 has a handful of parody websites that you can visit in-game, and one of those websites is Proposition 208, which kind of makes fun of like legislature and whatnot and laws that are supposed to be passed. Well, on page 2, you can find this. It says, 1980s. The decade gets lost in a glorious, debauched snowstorm of cocaine, neon, and pastels as everyone seeks to emulate a Vice City lifestyle. Okay, so on the surface level, you might be a little bit confused, but a lot of GTA fans are thinking that that is actually a hint for Project Americas and what GTA 6 is going to be about. Because the reported code name for GTA 6 is Project Americas, and one of the rumors surrounding that is that you play an up-and-coming drug lord wannabe named Ricardo. And you start off as a grunt doing runs as a cocaine smuggler from Vice City to the new large South America area before making connections with big-time drug lords and making your way up. And it would include multiple cities. Now again, that's just a rumor at this point in time, so take it with a grain of salt. But a lot of people are saying, hey, Rockstar's kind of giving us a hint as to what's going to be coming next. And unfortunately, I think this is not the case. Although it sounds pretty cool, and I would love to go back to Vice City in the 80s. If you think about it, GTA 5 came out in 2013, but obviously it went through years of development. So let's say this website was created at a maximum in 2012, although likely 2011, 2010. Do you really think Rockstar had an idea of where they were going to have GTA 6 at that point in time? And why would they put it in the smallest of hints in a website, sort of vaguely hinting where the location is going to be? If anything, I really just believe this is a Vice City Easter egg, like the GTA Vice City, the game that came out almost like 20 years ago. So I can understand why people might get excited about this, trying to connect the dots of something they see in-game with rumors they hear online, but I don't think this is really anything to look into all that much. I think it's just pure coincidence, or at a maximum, a Vice City Easter egg. And the final thing we're going to be discussing in this video today is an article posted by Jason Schreier at Bloomberg News. And it actually has to do with Rockstar Games' parent company, Take-Two Interactive. So I'm not going to spoil the entire thing, but according to Jason, there was an independent video game studio who actually created Kerbal Space Program 2. They're called Star Theory. Well, they were under the Take-Two Interactive branch, but then suddenly Take-Two ended up canceling their contracts and then trying to poach all of their staff. It's a crazy story. So again, if you are interested in reading about this, I will leave a link to it in the description. It's by Jason Schreier, who, as you guys know, his final article that he wrote on Kotaku essentially confirmed that GTA 6 was in early development. It talked about Rockstar's culture of crunch that they've been dealing with over the last 18 months. And I don't know about you guys, but I love the business of video games. And it just so happens that Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive are probably one of the biggest developers and biggest publishers out there. So they're often in the news cycle a bunch for this sort of stuff. Now, this is definitely not the news that Take-Two Interactive wants to be involved with here, but it is interesting, that's for sure, because you don't really know what the fallout of this is going to be. You would assume Rockstar would be safe from something like this, but it's just a weird, awkward situation where it's kind of like the big guy is picking on the little guy. I don't know. I'll let you guys read the entire article for yourself. It is by Jason Schreier, again, on Bloomberg. So check that out if you guys are interested. But anyways, that is everything that I have got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think of Stephen Ogg, the voice actor of Trevor Philips, talking about his character appearing in GTA 6? Do you think that Grand Theft Auto 5 website gives us any clues to Project Americas for the next GTA title? And what do you think of Take-Two Interactive being in some hot water? Let me know your thoughts, opinions more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.